So, welcome to the fun time, or Choey and Jandler's the fun time super terrific happy hour. Welcome, Jandler.
Welcome, Choey, and welcome, Hooks.
All right.
Welcome.
There we go.
Hey,
Soft.
just say Austin that she's actually been wanting to meet you for a while. She thought you were fake, like it made you up.
That'd be a good voice if you were able to do it.
I was like, yeah, every time I have to do a short, I have to do it without you, and so I got
Yeah,
to think about how can I do it without him. That's
Yeah.
a good one though, wasn't it? That's a funny
I
one.
haven't listened to it yet. I was just thinking about all the other ones that you've done. We were like, oh no, everybody, like you're some Scooby Doo voice.
I haven't done that yet. A Scooby Doo one would be a good short, wouldn't it?
It would.
It would.
Choey and Jandler's.
I saw this thing on online the other day, and
Uh-huh.
they talked about like innuendos that they cut out of the very first like live innuendo things.
Yeah.
And it really kind of irritated me because I'm like, what? They were gonna make Fred gay and Daphne a lesbian. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Everybody out in the podcast.
Oh, he didn't like how they just
No.
changed it around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You gotta stick with the originals or whatever, right?
Yeah, and then they had like, they were like, oh, there wasn't any innuendos about them being stoners. I'm like, yeah, there was. The first scene you see them, there's like smoke coming out their thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
coming out of their van. And
hamburgers. Sure.
You know, I lived to wake up to watch that show. 6 o'clock in the morning, it would come on. I think it was
Saturday
channel
morning
13.
cartoons.
Saturday morning cartoons. I think it was 13 at the rotary channels. So you have to like go and switch.
I
them
can't
out on the
believe. I
TV.
remember waking up early to watch cartoons. I can't believe it came on at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
I would wake up, body clock, kidding you not.
You had cable.
So you had cable then.
Yeah, the cable.
Yeah. Well, I
No
lived out.
cable. That's right.
I lived out in the sticks, like 6 channels.
I didn't
That
do
was
it
it.
too. I had like
Oh.
4 channels, and only one was
The
halfway
fuzzy
clear.
channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sucked.
There
Did
were,
you
like,
have that softcore fuzzy channel?
That's a cable.
Everybody had people that had satellite. Oh yeah.
Channel 99.
Yeah, that. You're like.
Yeah, it was
the
like
waves
99.
kinda-
That's right.
They're kind of still or whatever. Hey, speaking of that, because I've always been wanting to tell this story for a while, right? It's a funny story.
Okay.
It's more embarrassing about me than you, right? So you were there. I believe we're high school seniors, right? And we get it in our mind that we want to rent the movie Striptease. Remember that?
Yes.
And so this was when HEB had their movie rental was like a mobile home, like outside the store. Remember that?
Yeah, because they had dropped like a double wide because they were revamping inside the store.
Yeah. So we're in this mobile home trying to rent Striptease, and I believe we were like 17 years old. We run into 2 other friends of ours that had the same, but we were all kind of embarrassed about it,
We're
right?
17 years old. We have no money.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh.
Pull your $3 together.
Yeah.
Everybody throws in 75 cents and you get the movie as opposed to $1.50 a pop.
But I think the to me the funniest part though is like, well, I'll put one movie back since we're getting the other one,
Yeah.
and I wanted to do it like nice and smooth. And like I walked over there and I somehow managed to knock over every videotape on the shelf.
Every. Cause I'm assuming since you said Channel 13 and Scooby Doo, you're at least closer to our age. So you know like Blockbuster Video, HEB Video, stuff like that, right, Hooks?
Oh yeah, definitely. I
So-
remember that.
The whole like this is like Striptease had been out. I don't know, maybe a month if that. So there was still like one of those like new runs where they got like 40.
Yes, yes.
And so he knocked over
You
probably
hate to
every
go see that box empty.
Yeah, and he knocked over almost
We're
every
gone.
single empty
They were
box
gone.
somehow trying to because he missed the shelf. And when he went to go grab
So me and the other 2 dudes, we were like,
him,
Yeah.
well, we just walked away like we had no idea who he was and left him to pick up
Oh,
all
no.
these boxes
Like,
while all these parents and their little kids are like looking at
yeah,
him.
like everybody. As soon as I did, it's like the pin dropped and like the record scratch, and everyone just looks at me, and I was like, oh, I tried to play it off too.
It was awesome. And I look back at it now and I was like, that's kind of weird because like you got 4
guys
like,
were in
late
it.
teenage boys getting striptease. It's like we're gonna go watch.
Dude, it's like a weird science
that's what
movie.
we're
You're pulling an Anthony Michael Hall, you know. That's hilarious.
Just talk about weird science.
I'll tell you what though, like I was very much disappointed with that movie because I'd never seen it before. So like we were like watching it for the first time.
There were a couple scenes that were like, they're cool, but other than that, it
not
was
what I
like,
thought it was gonna be.
no.
I loved Weird Science. It was so much fun.
Oh no, that's
No,
a
we're
good
talking-
movie. We're talking
we're talking
Striptease. We're still talking Striptease. Where we're like, disappointed. All right. Anyway, Hooks. First off, how's your summer going?
My summer has been horrible. It's been the worst summer I've ever had since COVID. And you know what? I'm just gonna say it right now. As a teacher, I never got COVID. Never, 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 never. And then here at the end, I got COVID. The last week of freaking school of the school year. And the thing is, I
Oh,
went to school because I thought I just had an ear infection because my ear was hurting. I didn't think in a million gazillion years that he was gonna say you have COVID. I'm like, what? No
I
way.
saw
I I cried. I was like, no, I have graduation tomorrow. I
Like
have to
the
go to
day you were
school.
there,
And he's
right?
like, oh, yeah.
that day I saw her. I'm telling you, man. Like her, you know how you got the white parts
My
of her
eyes
eyes.
looked like I would been like
They
blazing in the
they were like
backyard.
red, man. They were like, to me, it looked like you watch a cartoon and someone had drink hot sauce and their eyes got red. That's what it looked like, and I was like,
The
"You
way
all right?"
Shaggy and Scooby looked when they came out of those out of the van.
She's doing her kid's graduation. She's like, I loved your kid in my class. You're so
Oh my god. No, you know how look at this
And they're
how
all
I had to do it. I had to
thinking
resort back to my COVID days. Oh wait. Um sorry about that. I have to remember to keep it up and open. So no, it was horrible. The graduation, I couldn't even like make it there. So I had to do it back resorting to Zoom days and I had to do it on Zoom. And so all my parents were in the classroom sitting there watching a little screen because it wasn't working on my computer for some reason, so they couldn't project it. So they had to show it on a small Chromebook. And
Yeah,
so I was like,
they had to
but
zoom
you
her
know,
in.
but you know what? Later, the parents told me, they said, hey, I was like talking through my, however I speak to them, to communicate with them. They said, well, you had parents crying in there because I was crying. I was upset I couldn't be there to hug them, to give them their stuff. I said, as soon as I'm better, I will come around personally and I will drive and bring you your certificate, your gift, your work.
Hook
So
says like what you imagine a kindergarten teacher to look like you know, how they interact with kids. That's her. Like she's like very very sweet, very nice, very like
That's how you
friendly.
got COVID right there.
Yeah, probably
Those
those kids.
boogers on you.
Yeah,
thank you, Code.
but no.
Sure.
So like I was told like she had to zoom it through.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously she wanted to be there, but she could. But go to answer your question. I thought I told you this before. We have. I mean, we call them graduations. We have little promotion ceremonies every year in our classroom.
Yeah.
We hand out like class awards. Like it might be like Mr. Like for me, we had a Mr. Manners. One of my kids was like, "Who's the class clown?" I was like, "It ain't you." I was like, "Nah, we ain't doing that."
Hey, can I use some profanity? How do you know when I'm gonna say something?
No, you gotta. I don't know.
We have our little bleep
We have our bleep buttons. You don't have a button. You'd have to save it till
So
next time.
I have to say bleep.
Next time she's in person, yeah, she could just say bleep.
Get your
When we start
bleeping
doing
stuff
it
off
first,
the floor.
hey, real quick, it's our first on location shot in a way. We're poolside here, Hooks, enjoying the sun, and what Hooks has kind of like failed to mention, right, is she kind of talked. She got COVID at the last week, right? Yeah.
But I'm done. I'm negative now. So
because she missed.
no,
She missed the last.
I couldn't
day,
go.
Right? She wasn't there that Thursday, and then that half day Friday or whatever. So she has to. Now she's, what would you call it? Now she's cleared to like be in public and stuff.
Clear.
And so she has to go get the classroom. It's funny. Did you see the text? So last year, like this lady is like a pack rat. She has like a ton of stuff. And it was just because she has a lot of things, right? So I joked this year, I was like, who's gonna pay for the moving company for Hooks so she can get her stuff backed up on time?
There was a thing I saw on Twitter, I think the other day, and it showed like a teacher who's been like 20 years plus in the business, like moving classrooms, and it showed like a big old like cargo ship, and like a lot of teachers were like, yeah, pretty much. And I'm like, yeah, I think so. Like middle school.
Well, I purged some stuff last summer. This year, whenever we start, like in August, whenever we start going back, I'll probably throw some stuff away again. Half my closet is class library books, though, man. And then there's stuff you find like workbooks, textbooks. You're like, we don't use this, but am I supposed to keep it? Am I allowed to get rid of it? You gotta
ask, man.
It's on my inventory, so you end up just throwing it in the closet and you never touch it.
It's still an adoption. You're not technically allowed to let them give.
I take a lot of stuff home and recycle it.
A lot of stuff that I printed out that I was like, man, I haven't used this in 2 years. So I was like, let me, start chucking stuff, and that's what happens. And
Scan it in and keep it on the Google Drive in case you need like.
No, because our district said we need to send out our Google Drive.
What?
I don't know. I guess as a district level,
because y'all have like a billion teachers.
Yeah, we do have a lot of teachers.
Dude, like speaking of craziness, like so I looked at because your email is connected to your drive.
Yeah, it is. You gotta get a
My
separate
Google
one.
Drive
Has like 5,000 gigabytes of like data.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I know, and I was like, I don't even know what the hell 5,000 gigabytes of data would contain. I'm like, do I have weird video stored I don't know about?
You must have a lot.
I do have a video of this kid getting tackled by 2 cops, which is badass. Yeah, right there. I watch it every once in a while just to laugh, like my own personal episode of Cops or something. But yeah.
Hey. So again,
You got.
We're gonna go here real quick.
Thank you.
We're gonna say this. We're gonna take a quick break, right? So we got a little stopping point.
Okay.
Come back. We'll do our cheers time. Then I get some stories more to tell about her. Okay. Now we're back. Let's do our cheers time real quick before we continue. All right. So this is our cheers around the world, Hooks. So
cheers.
Remember what we'd say in Germany?
Prost.
Prost.
Prost. Prost.
Say in Brazil.
Sade.
That's right.
Buddy.
How about South Korea? Almost said North Korea. Gunbae. That's the easy one, right?
Gunbae.
And actually, all the rest are pretty easy. England.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Australia.
Cheers, mate. We'll put another shrimp on the barbie.
Put some Barbie
And
on the
then,
cheer.
oh my God.
The
Barbados.
Baby.
Barbados is simply cheers.
Cheers. Cheers with an accent.
We're only cheersing the people right now that are listening to us.
Yeah.
But we got to get them on first before we say, hey, salute to you or whatever.
We
Okay.
have followers in India. We need to figure that one out.
Well, you know what? I'm part Norwegian, so I'm gonna cheers myself in that way.
Yeah, Hooks is doing this great job of giving me all these sidetracks. So I'm trying to stay on point, and she's like, she just keeps throwing stuff out. And real quick,
I'm good at
you
doing
talk about
that.
around the world, but you obviously are familiar with Flat Stanley. I want to do a Flat Choey and Jandler, and we send it around the world and get just people to label it cheers and some stamps or something, then get it back.
Nice.
Maybe do it digitally.
Yeah. How do we read that? It's with the lines and squiggles.
It's great.
Yeah, I do know some people from India.
Yeah.
Hey, translate this for me or whatever. All right, but real quick,
That's
Hook
awesome.
stories.
I second that notion.
All right, so some Hook stories, okay? You don't see Choey being an idiot. All right, so Hooks is not a very tall person, and she's a very nice person, right? You want to share a job you used to do before you became a teacher that is kind of really ironic for her? She was like a bouncer, like a security bouncer.
Maybe.
Oh, dude. Well, was that the girl's name?
I was a security guard.
Hooks? Yeah. Oh, now you figured out where we got Hooks from?
Yeah.
So I was like, wait a second.
No, so
I did a lot of concert venues.
Did you ever work the Verizon Wireless Amphitheater?
Yes, I did. Several times.
Back in the early 2000s?
And I got to see a lot of good shows. Linkin Park.
There must be a disconnect with sound.
Oh, sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, but did you hear him? He asked if you worked for, say it again?
Yeah, she was saying Linkin Park.
Yes.
Did you do early 2000s?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, then you may
I did.
Because I went out there a lot because the manager, the GM over at the Hooters and Shirts, could get me in for free, and there was somebody short. So I wonder if that's who you are. Yeah, got a bone to pick.
But that was funny. She told stories. She would take people's drugs because they can't take them in, and then she'd go find them and hand them back to them.
That wasn't in Verizon. That was in Austin. That was in South Park Meadows, which is no longer there, by the way.
Not the one in Shirts?
What?
Not the one in Shirts?
I used to work there, and then I used to work venues in Austin. I did the X Games that would come to Austin a few times. It was fun.
Choey's not an X Game fan. You should be, man. That's cool stuff.
It's some really cool stuff
It's a
to
bunch
watch.
of stoner skater people that were able to get a niche, and now all of a sudden everybody likes it's cool.
Doing some cool tricks on skateboards and motorbikes.
Yeah, they're like little kids can do that.
Not that way.
I can do that with my little fingers on those little finger text things.
Anyway, so speaking of that, well, every time I bring it, because that's the way it makes me laugh, right? Because when you see Hooks, she doesn't seem like you wouldn't think bouncer or security person, right?
No,
you wouldn't think someone was gonna like
You're not gonna
put their
listen
foot
to me.
down
If
and
I give you a
lay down the law
directive,
type stuff, right?
you wouldn't listen.
But
You're like, whatever.
and one of our teacher friends would always be like, Jandler, why is that? She'd always be like, quit bringing that up. That's not that funny. But think about Red Rock, right? Our boy from high school.
Yeah.
Think if to me, it's like him being a motivational speaker. It's so outrageous. Like you just couldn't imagine it, you know? So that's why I laugh about it.
That movie Pixels?
Yeah.
You remember that? Where like they get, what was it, like Ludlow Lemon or whatever. He was like all shy and stuff, and they're like trying to get him to motivate the. He's like, listen up, you bitter pansies. I'm going to be in your bed.
Unfortunately, he had the Forrest Gump voice, so we gave him a lot of stick for it back in the day.
Which was sad.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't that thick of a thing, but it was still funny.
Yeah, it was an accent for Texas, you know, especially for San Antonio.
Yeah.
All right, another story, because shortly this will be coming like our break, and this will be the end of this episode. But
okay, we're getting ready.
One of the she wanted to be Bunky.
That's who I'd be too.
Yeah, she switched, which wasn't a bad. Bunky Brewster isn't a bad name, but you know what I thought about calling her besides Hooks was let's see if anyone knows the reference here. Sherry Bobbins. Does anyone know the reference?
Sherry Bobbins.
Yeah, but that's the Simpsons Mary Poppins.
And
why? Hooks, do you want to tell him why I think you're like Mary Poppins?
Because I have a spoonful of sugar to make the medicine go down. I don't know.
Fly with an umbrella?
No, she doesn't like to tell. She's not. I don't know.
Have a flying umbrella
every day in the hallway. She didn't want to tell you what she does every day in the hallway, does she?
What do I do?
Oh my God! It's like she sings. She's always singing in the hallway.
Oh, singing.
She's always singing. Hey, you know who else likes to sing in the hallway back in his day?
Who?
Remember Choey? You tell us the song you used to sing in middle school?
What song?
Does you remember get to class? Remember the song you used to tell your kids?
Oh, well, that was just more like a funny little.
Come on, just sing it real quick.
Oh, I used to sing. That's cool.
It wasn't singing. I would just get on the bullhorn because see if kids actually pay attention in English class, and I would be like, let's go, get to class. Let's go, move your. And they would all look, and I'd be like, feet. What did y'all think I was going to say?
Poetry doesn't have to rhyme.
Nothing's better. Nothing's more rewarding than seeing 300 plus kids and look at you.
All right, hey Hooks, we're not quote unquote leaving. All right.
Okay.
We're just gonna I'm gonna wrap up this episode we'll talk about our social media plugs and stuff, and then we'll start again. Hey, so obviously I've sent it to you, Choey, and I've sent it to Hooks. Starting to put some of those episodes, uploading them on YouTube now. Yeah. What do you think about the? What do you want to say? You want to make a comment about the photos I had?
The first one was funny as hell. I loved it. Like I was watching some Chinese subtitle thing. Yeah. And then I realized there was random photos, and I was like, what? There I am.
No, so I mean, I put it to and I'm season 2. I'll add some more photos, but just put some random digital photos of our characters plugged in with the audio, and I didn't see it today, but so what's cool about we do on Spotify, we schedule our episodes right in advance. You can on YouTube you can schedule it, but you can do like a 2-minute countdown. I can do actually I can do longer, but I can do a countdown to the premiere start. And I thought it was pretty cool.
So when it is a premiere, is it some weird little that swirling circle?
There's a countdown. And I picked something that's called Happy, so it's got some more upbeat music, right? Yeah. And it's got something on the screen. I forget what it looks like. Some colors, just random colors, but it's just a countdown. So we're putting stuff on YouTube now, right? And so then I'm taking that stuff and putting it on the Choey and Jandler's Facebook, right? Yeah. I tried to figure. Follow that too, they're supposed to, yeah. We'll get that out to people. I know there's a way to link our Twitter and our Instagram, Choey and Jan. CHOEY, the letter NJAN, together. So if I post on one, it goes on the other. I posted it on Instagram last night.
stuff. I don't know if it's Twitter that posts to Instagram or it's the other way around.
Yeah.
But I know what you're talking about.
But I think that
Quiet,
it'd
Chew.
just be so much easier for us. We do that, and obviously, at some point this summer, I'm going to look back into our. Did you know, Hooks? We have a MySpace page. There's absolutely zero on it right now. There's absolutely on it right now, but I mean, it's out there. Because apparently MySpace has made a return, although it's mostly for artists and creators, which
Don't call it a comeback.
Which technically,
It's been there for years.
Technically, Choey and I are creators, you know.
Oh, I could have like instead of Tyler the creator, Choey the creator. Choey the creator.
No, you're Dr. Choey Trivian. We just want names.
Actually, I'm a doctor.
You are a doctor. Yeah. All right, so then
that kind of doctor.
we have all those social media plugs and going, and that'll be it. And so we're gonna end this episode. And Hooks, don't go anywhere because we'll be right back. All right.